Hey guys, we're here in Austin, Texas at the South by Southwest Film Festival where we're seeing tons of films that we're going to be talking about over the next couple of weeks on MBP. And one of those films we saw was this awesome documentary called Behind the Curtain, Todrick Hall. And we got a few minutes to talk to Todrick, which we're going to bring you this week in video. So until we come back with regular shows, enjoy this video. Oh, and a note, due to technical challenges, the audio may not be quite up to our normal standards, but I'm pretty sure you'll enjoy the video with Todrick anyway and the interview. So enjoy.
Should I sit in between you guys?
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Take it. Oh, it's the bear love.
Getting the bear love.
Needs it. All right, are we good?
Yeah, go.
All right, hey guys, Brad Harris here from the Movie Bears podcast. Here, of course, with my co-host, Will Lindis. Hey! And our other co-host, Jim Poliafico, who's graciously behind the camera, helping us out. Say hi, Jim.
Hi.
We are joined by a very special guest here at South by Southwest for a new film. We'd like to introduce Todrick Hall. Welcome, Todrick.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, very welcome, guys. I'm so glad to have you. This is Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, Todrick, thank you for hanging out with us. What can you tell us about the film that you're here for at the festival?
It's called Behind the Curtain. We premiered it last night, and it is the story of how I created Straight Outta Oz, which is my visual album. It's on YouTube if you haven't seen it.
It's phenomenal.
And it's basically about growing up a gay black man in Texas and the struggles that we have, and also trying to find and navigate my way through LA, which I call Los Angeles in this video. And it's just it's basically my life story, but with parallel with Wizard of Oz, which has been my favorite story since I was a little kid. I've been obsessed with that story. I have a tattoo about it on my arm,
really?
And the back of my neck says "Made in Oz."
Oh, yes, it sure does. Oh, wow, that's awesome.
I got it.
But I just love the story, and it's always been my favorite story. Not a big shock because I am a friend of Dorothy.
As are we.
Yeah, okay, we'll get to But I wrote it, and it was, I've been known for being very like kitschy and Katy Perry-ish and like Pee Wee Herman-ish on my YouTube videos, very colorful and making videos that could be questionably funny or not funny to some people, but I wanted to tell something that was like true and more like raw and let people get to know me as a human being as opposed to the me that I portray as myself, my image online.
Oh, sure. Can you tell us a little bit about the creative process for reimagining The Wizard of Oz in Straight Outta Oz?
The creative process was basically, really honestly, we didn't have a lot of time, so it was like we just were like running and gunning, and I had people around me who knew what I was trying to get across, but I just wanted to like take every aspect of the story and talk about something that was important to me. And I was struggling a lot with like a lot of racism, not just in the world but also in the gay community, I feel, and sexism and homophobia, and I was like, I really want to talk about these things, but I don't want to be just another like quote-unquote bitter black guy that's just complaining about things and not doing anything to change it. And I said, well, Todrick, this is maybe the reason why you've been given this opportunity and why you have this platform to tell a story that you identify with. And honestly, it was a very personal story to me, but so many people came to me, whether they be gay or straight or white or black or whatever, and say like, I identified with this so much, and it touched me, and I kind of have similar stories to this. So that was the cool part about it, that when you share something that is so personal to you, but it touches someone else in a completely different way.
Absolutely. That's awesome. Well, Todrick, one of the things that we're curious about, one of our listeners submitted a question that we love.
I'm nervous.
No.
Your eyes look over there. So, Brad, what you got to do to me, baby?
No, so us bears are big fans of Beauty and the Beast. And
Okay.
of course, with Beauty and the Beast coming out here shortly. We were curious if you could be cast as a live-action star of an upcoming to-be Disney film. Who would you play?
Well, okay, I would love to be the voice of Simba in the new movie that they're doing, because they're redoing, did you hear they're doing
Yes, yes.
But that role has already been cast, so unless I pull a Tanya Harding, Nancy Kerrigan,
We'll burn the footage itself.
then yeah, please do that. Hook a brother up. Then I think that I would want to do Ariel, because I think that would be so cool to have like the underwater thing. Like when they remake that movie, it's gonna be so amazing. I think they're saving it for last because the underwater aspects of that is gonna have to be so amazing, you know. But I think it's gonna be like the best one. I mean, can you imagine? I just like lost my mind thinking of what Ursula is gonna look like and who's gonna play her, like Charlize Theron or like someone, who's like large and in charge right now. That's like, who would be your dream cast person for
Who's the new
Ursula?
divine? Yeah, like, I'm not sure who that is,
Or
but
maybe it's just a RuPaul situation. Y'all feeling that?
So very much feeling that. Actually, it's a good setup too. So
I like Latifah. I don't know.
Poor unfortunate souls. Like, Queen Latifah. You're right.
Yes. Book
You
it.
did it. I think she actually did a photo, by the way. We should look that up and put it in your
Okay.
podcast.
Oh,
She did a photo dressed as Ursula, and that would be cool for foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yes, I would be right on board.
Sorry,
with that.
guys. Speaking of RuPaul.
Yeah, speaking of RuPaul, yeah, I mean, we loved seeing you on this latest season of Drag Race
Thank
All
you.
Stars. So much fun.
Thank you.
So can you tell us a little bit about working with Ru and what drew you to the project?
Well, she didn't have to draw me anywhere because I love her and I'm obsessed with the show. I was so nervous. I didn't say anything hardly the entire time. I was in such a whirlwind because I was, the other seasons that I did were really cool, but like season, I don't know if they've been out to say actually, season 9. Have they talked about that?
They talked about some of the cast.
When is this coming out?
Couple days probably, yeah.
Okay, scratch that.
Yeah.
But I was so nervous the entire time because Ru is such an icon, and to stand next to her on this iconic set and stuff, I just didn't want to say anything. And I was such a fan of all the people who were on All Stars that I didn't want to offend anyone. So when I was asked, I would just be like, I loved everything. Like, and I honestly just think they all look so good. That's my honest opinion, but that's not what I should say as a judge. But I'm like, they're all stars for a reason. Like they all look so great. So I learned a lot though. I'm not a host. I'm not the same age as Michelle Visage and RuPaul, and that's not no shade, but they are oftentimes talking about references of things that I have no idea what they are, and I feel like I need to go educate myself on things. But it has been like the opportunity of a lifetime. I love it. RuPaul has been such a mentor to me. He flew to New York for the opening night of my Broadway show, Kinky, and he let me film my Lip Sync for Your Life thing on his stage, which he would never do. And so I love him, I appreciate him, and he's given me like the best advice for my career of anyone that I've ever met. So he's just sweet. And Michelle is the sweetest person. She gets this. She should be Ursula, man. She should be Ursula.
Yes.
Give Michelle opportunity because she's the biggest theater freak in the world. Like she's like such a theater geek. Like knows every Broadway musical that's ever been created. Anyway, yeah. So it's been an awesome experience, but.
Thank you. It's been awesome for us as viewers. Stick with
Yeah. Are you a big fan of RuPaul's Drag Race?
We're new to RuPaul's Drag Race. We're not yet part of
So
the
many
fully
friends just like,
indoctrinated.
you gotta watch.
I'm jealous of you though. in a
But we're
sense.
slow. We just got through Game of Thrones, so
Well, I haven't even started Game of Thrones, so we'll
Oh, there we go. Oh, then we'll compare
We'll
notes.
talk. We'll talk.
All right.
No, but Drag Race, you're gonna love it. I'm jealous that you now get to binge watch all the seasons and you don't know what's going on.
Candy having them all in one place.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Hopefully have 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Well, Todrick, we know you're a very busy man. You got a lot to do. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
For taking
Thank
the
you
time.
for
We
having me.
appreciate
Thank
it.
you so much. Nice to meet y'all.
Yeah, you as
Thank
well.
you. Bye.
Bye bye.